Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all of us out there. Yeah, so Marceline again today. As I promised last time, I'll be back and still continuing with the same topic that we tackled last time of addiction. But this day I'm going to concentrate on addiction to smoking. So, do you have a friend out there who is struggling with smoking, or a brother, sister? Maybe it's your dad. Yeah, so this message is for you or for them. And it is good when you come across this kind of stuff. It is good when you can be able to share with them so that we be able to live a free life. Free life meaning free from the bondages of addictions that weigh our lives down. Yeah, we all want to be free from these kind of things that affect our lives in different ways. And then they also affect the life of our loved ones, and it affects the relationship that we have um, with those that surround us or even our close relatives. Yeah, so um, this day I just want to invite all of you um, so that you may be able to talk about this. Yeah, smoking has become a norm, and in many countries, the use of cigarettes has decreased. We have countries where the use of cigarettes have decreased, but however, in some countries, cigarette use is continuously rising. Yeah, it is continuously rising, especially where it's like something which they find just normal to do. Yeah, you'll find youths, older people, they're just smoking anyhowly. Yeah, women can just smoke even in public, and it's something which is just normal. Yeah. Um, but the saddest part is the fact that cigarette smoking is popular among the youth. Yeah. And they start doing this as early as maybe 12 years. Yeah. But most of these things, these kids are seeing from um, the closest people that they live with. Either some of them learn them from their parents, from their siblings, or they learn them from their friends. And once you have a taste of this kind of a thing, then the end result always has been an addiction. So today I just want us to give us nicotine replacement therapy, and then I will be able to talk about some of the activities that we might get ourselves involved with to help us overcome this. Okay, so what are some of the replacement therapies that somebody who is addicted to smoking can be able to get himself or herself with? Okay, so if you're somebody who is taking notes and you want to really get help, you want to help a friend out there, please, I ask you, I urge you to be able to take note on these things. So one way prescription that I will give is there's what we call prescription nicotine. That can be in form of a nasal spray. We have, if you go to the pharmacy and ask for a nasal spray, you will always get it there, or rather inhaler. Okay, so nasal spray can be one of the best therapies that one can use, especially for those who are addicted. You can also use over-the-counter nicotine patches. Okay, I don't know how they're put, but they're just patches which you can put on your body. Yeah, or you can use gum. If the patches don't suit you, then you can always use gum. And one can also use prescription non-nicotine stop smoking medication. And one of them is what we call Zyban, and another one we call Chantix. So these things, if you go to the pharmacy, you are able to get them there. And I believe that one will be able to it can be able to help you slowly by slowly overcome this. And if you are somebody who has intensive craving, we have those who have smoked for a very long time, and the cravings come much more higher each and every time. So if you're somebody who has intensive craving, I will suggest a replacement therapy such as the nicotine gum, as I had said. You can use lozenges. These things that I'm saying you can get in the pharmacy. So you can use lozenges, you can use nasal spray, as I said, or you can use inhalers. So lozenges, nasal spray, inhalers, and nicotine gum are for those who have intensive cravings for the nicotine. Yeah, and these ones that are prescribed are short-acting therapies. Okay. Yeah, the nasal spray, the lozenges, the inhalers, these are for short-term therapies, and they are generally safe to use in combination with the long-acting nicotine patches. Okay. Yeah, so that aside, what are some of the activities that one can get himself or herself involved in to be able to help you overcome smoking, or rather nicotine addiction? Okay, what are some of the activities that you can be able to get yourself involved in? One thing that I will say is try as much as possible to avoid triggers. Try as much as possible to avoid triggers. What do I mean? Urges for tobacco are likely to be strongest in the situation where you smoked, in the situation where you chewed tobacco most often. And these places can be, maybe if you find yourself in a party, you end up having these cravings because you see other people doing these kind of things. If you find yourself in a bar, or while feeling stressed, or when you're sipping coffee, because coffee with caffeine in it, then you feel the urge of wanting to smoke cigarette all the time. So why can't you just try, for the sake of your health, for the sake of your loved ones, and avoid all these triggers? Avoid this kind of places that wherever you find yourself into, you feel the urge to want to smoke. Yeah, and another thing I'll say is delay. That is my point number 2, delay. So when I say delay, if you feel you're going to give in to your tobacco craving, tell yourself that you must wait for 10 minutes. And during this time, do something to distract yourself. Okay, that time when it's coming, just say, wait a minute. Okay, and this minutes can be 10 minutes or so, and just do something during this time to distract yourself. Either you can try going to a public place, or you can go to a free smoking zone. And because when you do this, the simple tricks may be enough to derail your tobacco craving. It's like you're tricking yourself. Okay, so just delay yourself when that time comes. Okay, do something to distract yourself. It will help. And you can also try and watch your diet. Okay. um when I talk of diet, I mean detoxification, because detoxification can also be accompanied by eating many fruits and vegetables. You can drink lots of water and citrus fruit juices. Why do we have to take all this? Because when we do this, it will help us to eliminate the nicotine from our system. Okay, doing detoxification help us to eliminate the nicotine from our system, and our desire for cigarette will gradually decrease. If you've never done detoxification before, you can be able to ask somebody around or just go on YouTube and be able to check on the methods on which you can be able to detox, the fruits that you can use, or some of the green stuff that you can use to help you out during detoxification. Don't do it alone if you've never done it before. Okay. Yeah, and another method that I will say is exercise. Exercise is one of the best things to do for somebody who's trying to overcome. So physical exercise will relax the tension in you, um, the tension of detoxification, and will encourage a positive mood. Okay, that time when you're exercising, you're breathing in, and you're jogging yourself up, you're not only working your body, but your brain is also going to be at ease. Okay, so try and indulge yourself in exercising more. And one of the best things that you can always do is seek spiritual support. Seek support in the spiritual dimension. We avoid this most of the time. We cannot fight this war alone. Okay, so spiritual aspect is always good. Many addicts, they disregard this step and are unsuccessful. If you disregard the spiritual aspect, you will never succeed in this, and their attempt to quit become in vain. Okay, so pray to God and ask God to be able to help you. You can talk to a friend. Um, you can talk to a friend and be able to pray together if you cannot pray alone, and look for that friend who is strong in faith. And I believe that if we do this, then we'll be able to become conquerors. Okay, talking of the spiritual aspect, I love the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10 gives us a very good promise, and it says, "Fear not, fear thou not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help you. I will uphold thee with my right hand of my righteousness." Fear not. It doesn't matter how many years you've smoked. It doesn't matter the type of, the length of addiction that this has caused you. But one thing that I know is that God reminds us to fear not. Let us come to Him the way we are. Let us bring to Him the burdens that are weighing us down, and everything shall always fall into place. And I also love the book of 1 Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20 also reminds us that, know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own. For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. We have been bought, and that means we are no longer on our own. Okay, so we cannot do whatever we desire to do with our life. We cannot do whatever we feel like, because we feel like we own this body. This body is not ours. We are just stewards. And the only way that you as a steward can do is to be able to do exactly that which is required of you. Okay? So, the next time probably you want to put something in your mouth, just ask yourself, has God approved of that thing you want to put in your mouth? Before you touch something, ask yourself, has God approved of that which you want to touch? Okay? So this will help you who is still struggling with smoking. Wherever your hand is going on that cigarette, just take a break and ask yourself, does God approve of this? Before you put it in your mouth, ask yourself if God has approved of it or not. Okay? So these are some of the tips that are very important. And I just want to share something, some 12 steps that probably might help. And it is something which those who have gone through different types of addictions came up with, and it is something which I believe helped them. And one of the steps is they admitted that they were powerless over their addiction and that their life had become unmanageable. Okay? And number two, they admitted that they came to believe that a power greater than themselves can restore them to sanity. There is a power up there that is so much more than us, and it is able to restore you back. Okay? Another thing is they made a decision to turn their will and their lives over to the care of God and understood God. Surrender all. Surrender all your will to God, and He'll be able to take you just as you are and model you into that woman and to that man that He wants you to be. And they also made a decision to search into searching and fearless moral inventory of themselves. They admitted to God and to themselves and to other human beings the exact nature of their wrongs. Just admit that you are on the wrong. It is nothing that is going to make you less, to just admit that whatever you are doing is wrong and that you need help. The moment that you will admit that you are doing something wrong because you are doing harm to yourself, you're doing harm to the people that surround you, you're doing harm to your loved ones, okay? So the moment you accept that you are on the wrong and that you need help, help will always come your way. And number 7 is they were entirely ready to have God remove all the defects of character in their life. And number 8, they made a list of all persons who they had harmed and became willing to make amends to all of them. You know, while you're smoking, you're not only harming yourself, but you're harming almost everyone that you come along the way. Okay, so take it for example, how much are you using to buy cigarettes every day? And if you calculate this for the whole month, don't you think it is something which could have helped somebody? Don't you think it is an amount that could have helped you? Don't you think it is an amount that could have helped your family members in other ways? Okay, so that is a harm that you're not only doing to yourself, but you're doing it even to your loved ones. Okay, and number 9, they made a direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so will injure them or others. And when I say that, what I mean is, if whatever harm that this had caused, um, the length of injury probably was that bad, then in this situation, the only thing or the only way you can do is to face God and ask God to forgive you, okay? Even as the others that you had harmed can also forgive you as the time progresses by. That means you cannot face them directly to ask for their forgiveness, okay? And another thing is they sought through prayer and meditation to improve their conscious contact with God and understood God, praying only for knowledge of God's will for them and power to carry that out. So prayer is the most essential tool that we can use during this kind of addiction. We want the best. We want to live a healthy life. And the only way that we can do that is that when we look above, when we put God first in everything that we do, and know that we are not on our own, but we have been bought by a price, then we'll be able to gain victory. So, having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, they try to carry this message to other addicts and practice these principles in all their affairs. As you're going to listen to this video, I am advising you as a friend, I'm advising you as a sister, and I'm also advising you as an ambassador of truth, of light, and I just want you to know that I'm not a professional in this, okay? I'm just somebody who is acquiring the knowledge, and that which I have acquired, I ensure that I share it with you. So as you're listening to this, please try as much as possible, because I believe what I'm sharing with you, if you implement it, then it's going to help you to gain victory. And if in case you gain victory, try and reach out to that brother, to that sister, to that friend of yours who is also struggling with the same, so that they may also be able to see the value in it. If they see a change in your life, they will also be able to gain the changes. And one more thing I'll say is, try as much as possible to allow God to take the lead in your life. Okay? May the Lord bless you, even as you feel, as you go through this. I believe that you'll be able to gain victory, because my prayers are always with you. And take care of yourself. And for those who are watching for the first time and you've not subscribed to my videos, I'll just request you that you may be able to give me that thumbs up if you love the video, and subscribe, okay? Just hit on the bell, so that you may be able to get more notifications on the new videos that I upload, okay? Yes, so have a blessed afternoon wherever you are, and may the Lord bless you all. Amen.